Hi everyone, I'm Miss Jordan and I will be teaching your 7+ Beginners Acro class today. So first we're going to start off with some stretches. So find any place in your house with some nice big space and get into your butterfly. And we're going to reach all the way down to our feet. And I want you to hold this for probably about 20 seconds so that you get a good stretch. If you want to, you can push down your knees with your elbows and keep looking down. Next, we're going to go into pike. We're going to have straight legs, flex feet, and grab our toes. And let your head rest down. Try and squeeze your kneecaps so that your legs are straight. And we're also going to hold this for about 20 seconds. Alright, now we're going to shake it out. And next, go into your straddle. Make sure your knees are pointing towards the ceiling and your toes are pointed. And we're going to go leaning to the right side. And we're also going to hold this for 20 seconds. Reach as far as you can. You want to stretch your left side. Get a good stretch. And now we're going to go to the left side. So we can stretch out our right side of our body. And reach as far as you can. Don't forget to keep your knees pointed to the ceiling. And now we're going to reach down the middle. So reach as far as you can. You don't have to go all the way down. We want to stretch out our hips. And keep holding, keep pointing your toes and having your knees face the ceiling. Alright. Next, we're going to stretch out our wrists and our ankles. But first, we're going to start with our wrists. So grab your hands together. And roll them out. Roll them out. And then we're going to roll them like this. And we're going to shake them. And we're going to land flat on the ground with your palms facing forward, flat. I'm going to hold this for a couple of seconds. And now we're going to have it so our palms are facing down and land flat and hold it for a couple of seconds. And now we're going to shake them out again. Now we're going to stand up just to warm up a little bit more. We're going to do 10 jumping jacks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And now we're going to do 10 high knees. So you can put your hands on your hips, you can put your hands straight out. I'm going to put mine on my hips. And we're going to run 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And now we're going to roll out our ankles. Roll out your other ankle. And you should be pretty warmed up. So to start off, we're going to stretch out our back. So lay on your stomach. We're going to lay flat on our stomach. We're going to put our hands right next to our shoulders with our legs as close as possible and keep them straight. You're going to lift up as far as you can. Remember to keep your shoulders down. Don't have them up like this. Keep them all the way down. And keep pushing back. And now next, we're going to try and touch our feet with our head while we're looking up at the ceiling. Don't forget to keep looking up at the ceiling. And then try and touch your head. We're going to hold it for a couple of seconds. And then we're going to come down. And now we're going to push back in child's pose to stretch out our back. And hold it here for a little bit. And now we're going to go back down to our stomach. And we're going to do our bracelet. So when you do your bracelet, you want to grab your ankles. And then you're going to lift up as far as you can. We're going to hold it here. Don't forget to squeeze your muscles when you're doing this. And now come down. And we're going to roll on our back and do rock and roll. Next, we are going to go back on our stomach, and we're going to do Superman, and we're going to do it 5 times. So when you do your Superman, you want to squeeze your legs, make sure your legs are straight, and keep your arms straight as well. And we're going to squeeze our back and our butt muscles. Go up, and hold, and come down. And we're going to do that 4 more times. 1, and down. 2, and down, 3, and down, and last one. Try and hold it as long as you can, and come down. Now we're back on your back and do rock and roll again. All right. Next, we're going to do our candlestick. So when you do your candlestick, you start from up here, and you roll back onto your back, and straighten your legs up. And as soon as you straighten your legs, your hands go behind your back like this, so that you can hold up your legs and your body. Ready? And go up, and hold it, and come down. Don't forget, keep your hands right here, and you're lifting up your body. You're also squeezing your legs and squeezing your abs so you can stay up as long as you can. So we're going to do it one more time and hold it as long as possible. Go up. And come down. Awesome. All right. Next, we're going to be warming up our back with our bridges. And when you go into your bridge, you need to have your hands flat by your head, like pancakes, flat beside your head. And your feet need to be the same place as your hips. And then you're going to push up. And when you stay up in your bridge, you want to squeeze your back. You want to make sure you straighten your arms and keep them straight so you don't fall on your head. You want to make sure you push your head off the ground. All right, so let's go up into a bridge. We're going to go up, and we're going to hold it. And then we're going to come down. And now next time, when we go into a bridge, we're going to lift up our right hand, and we're going to wave it 5 times. And then we're going to put it down. And then we're going to put our left hand, and we're going to wave it 5 times, and then put it down, and then come out of our bridge. All right? So get ready to go into your bridge with flat hands and flat feet. And straighten your arms, and hold it. And then we're going to wave 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And put it down. And then wave our left hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And put it down. And come down. And now rock and roll. Alright. We're going to go into a bridge one more time. And this time when we go into it, we're going to lift up our right leg and try and straighten it. And then we're going to lift up our left leg and try and straighten it. And then we're going to come down. into your bridge one more time. Flat hands, flat feet, and straighten your arms, and hold it, and then straighten out your right leg, and then come down, and straighten out your left leg, and then come down, and come down from your bridge, and rock and roll one more time. Alright, I will give you time for a 30-second water break, and then we are going to start going across the floor. Alright, next I want you to find a plain wall where you can put your feet up on, and we're going to do our handstands on the wall. So you can do your handstands in 2 different ways. You can start with your hands flat on the ground, and you can climb up the wall and hold it. Or you can kick up onto the wall and hold it. And that looks like this. You can do either one of those depending on how comfortable you feel. But when you do your handstand this way and climb up onto the wall, make sure that someone's holding your hips so that you don't fall down. So we're going to start with our hands right here, and we're going to lift up our feet and climb up the wall and try and scoot your hands back as far as you can. And we're going to hold it. Next, we are going to go back on our stomach, and we're going to do Superman, and we're going to do it 5 times. So when you do your Superman, you want to squeeze your legs to make sure your legs are straight, and keep your arms straight as well. And we're going to squeeze our back and our butt muscles. Go up, and hold, and come down. And we're going to do that 4 more times. 1, and down. 2, and down, 3, and down, and last one. Try and hold it as long as you can, and come down. Now we're back on your back and do rock and roll again. Alright. Next, we're going to do our candlestick. So when you do your candlestick, you start from up here, and you roll back onto your back, and straighten your legs up. And as soon as you straighten your legs, your hands go behind your back like this, so that you can hold up your legs and your body. Ready? And go up, and hold it, and come down. Don't forget, keep your hands right here, and you're lifting up your body. You're also squeezing your legs and squeezing your abs so you can stay up as long as you can. So we're going to do it one more time and hold it as long as possible. Go up. And come down. Awesome. All right. Next, we're going to be warming up our back with our bridges. And when you go into your bridge, you need to have your hands flat by your head, like pancakes, flat beside your head. And your feet need to be the same place as your hips. And then you're going to push up. And when you stay up in your bridge, you want to squeeze your back. You want to make sure you straighten your arms and keep them straight so you don't fall on your head. You want to make sure you push your head off the ground. All right, so let's go up into a bridge. We're going to go up, and we're going to hold it, when we go into a bridge, we're going to lift up our right hand and we're going to wave it 5 times. And then we're going to put it down. And then we're going to put our left hand and we're going to wave it 5 times and then put it down and then come out of our bridge. All right? So get ready to go into your bridge with flat hands and flat feet. And straighten your arms and hold it. And then we're going to wave 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And put it down. And then wave our left hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And put it down. And come down. And now rock and roll. Alright. We're going to go into a bridge one more time. And this time when we go into it, we're going to lift up our right leg and try and straighten it. And then we're going to lift up our left leg and try and straighten it. And then we're going to come down. Alright, so get ready to go into your bridge one more time. Flat hands, flat feet. And straighten your arms. And hold it. And then straighten out your right leg. And then come down. And straighten out your left leg. And then come down. And come down from your bridge. And rock and roll one more time. Alright. I will give you time for a 30-second water break. And then we are going to start going across the floor. Alright. Next, I want you to find a plain wall where you can put your feet up on. And we're going to do our handstands on the wall. So you can do your handstands in 2 different ways. You can start with your hands flat on the ground. And you can climb up the wall and hold it. Or you can kick up onto the wall and hold it. And that looks like this. You can do either one of those depending on how comfortable you feel. But when you do your handstand this way, you climb up onto the wall. Make sure that someone's holding your hips so that you don't fall down. So we're going to start with our hands right here. And we're going to lift up our feet and climb up the wall and try and scoot your hands back as far as you can. And we're going to hold it. So when you go into your handstand, you're going to have a pointed toe and a straight leg. Make sure you're squeezing your muscles, and your arms are going to be straight up, and your hands are going to be flat on the floor. And we're going to do 5 of these that way, and then 5 handstands back this way. So you're going to go up and hold it. 1. And when you do your handstand, make sure you hold it as long as you can. It doesn't have to be a certain length. You just have to try and hold it as much as you can. Up. 2. 3. 4. And 5. And you can stay that way, whichever way you want to go, but I want you to do at least 10 handstands. So, leg straight, toe pointed, hands up, and make sure you also squeeze your abs and squeeze your butt. You don't want to stick your butt out when you do your handstand. You want it to be a straight line. One, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So next, we're going to be doing our cartwheels. And Your cartwheel may be the right side or the left side. That depends on which way is your best side. So I'll be doing both sides. I'll be doing my right side this way. So when you do your right cartwheel, your leg is going to be straight out, pointed toes, and your arms are going to be up. They can be like this or they can be like this. I'm going to put them like this, like an L. And I'm going to do 5 cartwheels. And when you do your cartwheel, make sure when you stand up, you're in the same position with your legs straight and your arms up or in an L, either one. And also make sure you're squeezing your bellies and squeezing your legs so that you don't fall over. And we're going to do it again. 2. 3. We're going to do 2 more. 4. And last one. Ooh, 5. And now we're going to do it to the left side. So again, your left leg, if you are a lefty, your left leg's going to be out, and your toes are going to be pointed, and your left arm's going to be up, and your right arm's going to be either here or here. I'm going to have mine again in an L. So we're going to do 5 cartwheels this way. I'm going to do it again. Oh, wrong one. Hand. Leg out, arms up, and cartwheel, and land. And one more, I think. Up. Make sure you're squeezing everything and keeping your arms straight. You don't want your arms to bend when you do your cartwheel. So you want to have straight arms. And land. And depending on which way you do your cartwheel is usually which hand you write with or which arm is your dominant. Mine is a left, but yours might be a right. Either one works for you, doesn't really matter. But next we're going to be doing our round-offs. So when you do your round-off, your standing round-off, you're going to push off your arms. First, we're going to do our handstand pop-ups. So when you do your handstand pop-up, you're going to go into your handstand and you're going to push out of your elbows and your shoulders, but you don't want your elbows to bend too far. You just want to bend them enough to pop up. So, remember how we stood with our handstand. Our arms are straight and our legs straight and our toes are pointed. We're going to go into our handstand and we're going to push off the ground and pop up. So we're going to handstand and pop up. So we're going to do that 5 times this way. So straight leg, straight arms, handstand, and pop up. 3 more times. Pop up. Again. Pop up. And last one. Also make sure you don't land with straight legs. You want to land plie with your knees bent so that you don't hurt yourself. Last one. And up. And now we're going to do it 5 times this way. And it also doesn't matter which foot you taught you. Whichever you feel comfortable with. So we're going to handstand and pop up. And again. And also, make sure when you push off the ground, you're always landing with your hands up. so that you're prepared for whatever you do next. All right, 3 more. On your foot. Last one. And up. All right, I'm going to give you a 15-20 second water break. All right, now that we have our pop-ups off the ground, we're going to be doing our round-offs. So your round-off is just like a cartwheel, except you're bringing your legs straight together and landing on the ground. So again, we're going to start with our foot tongue dude, and our arms straight up, and we're going to do our cartwheel, our round-off. Oh my gosh. So we're going to start with our foot tongue dude, and our arms up, just like we're going into a cartwheel. And when you do it, I'm going to do it slow for you so you can see it. You're going into your cartwheel, and when your legs meet, you push off, just like with our pop-ups. So you go slow, together, and land. With your arms straight up. Don't forget to put your arms straight up. So now I'm going to do it quicker so that you can see it. Foot tongue dude, arms straight up, and land straight up. So we're going to do that 10 times. 5 times this way. Tongue dude foot, arms straight up, and land with your arms up in the air. Tongue dude foot, arms straight up. Three more times. Tongue dude. And arms straight up. And if you want to, you can try and do it a little bit quicker. And then you can do it with a rebound. We're going to do that in just a minute. So arms straight up. Tongue dude foot. And last time this way. Tongue dude foot. Arms straight up. And then oh, great. Oh gosh. Okay. I guess I should stop it. Alright. So doing our round offs this way. Again, we're going to have our toe pointed, our legs straight, and our arms straight up. But this time, when we land out of a round off, we're going to rebound. You can do a tuck rebound, or you can just do a regular straight leg rebound. Tongue dude foot, arms straight up, and always remember plie when you land out of your round off and you rebound, because you don't want to rebound and have straight legs. You want to plie. All right. So foot tongue dude, arms straight up, and 3 more times. Arms straight up. 2 more times. And this time I'm going to do it with a tuck jump, so you can see what that looks like as well. Last time. All right. Okay. Next, we are going to do our forward rolls. Next, we're going to do our forward rolls. I'm tired. Okay. Next, we're going to do our forward rolls. Okay. All right. Next, we're doing our forward rolls. So with your forward rolls, you're going to start in a squatted position, and your hands are going to be right here, right beside, in between your head. Yeah. And also remember, don't forget to keep your chin tucked into your chest so that your head doesn't fall back when you do your forward roll. So we're going to have our hands right here. We're going to tuck our head, and we're going to roll. Oh! Ow! Freaking crap, man. Oh gosh. I don't know if I can do that. Okay, let's try it. Alright. On your forward roll, you're going to tuck your knees in, have your hands flat on the ground beside your head, and you're going to tuck your chin into your chest, and you're going to keep it there the entire time. And when you do your roll, you're going to stand straight up out of it with your hands where? With your hands above your head. All right. And straight up. Just like that. And we're going to do that 5 times across the floor. So tuck your head, flat hands, and roll. And stand straight up. And try your best to keep your feet together. Like this. Not like that. Not like what I'm doing. You're going to have your legs straight together and then stand straight up with your hands over your head. Okay. 4 more times. Tuck your head and your knees. Flat hands. And then straight up. Alright. 3 more times. Tuck your head. And straight up. And 2 more times. Tuck your knees, tuck your head, flat hands. Straight up. Last time. And also, when you do your forward roll and you stand straight up, try your best not to use your hands to stand up. Try and stand up using the roll instead of your hands. We're going to have our hands flat here, tuck knees, tuck your chin, roll, and stand straight up. All right. We're going to do forward rolls again, but they're going to be straddle forward rolls. So when you do your straddle forward roll, your legs are going to be about this far apart, maybe a little bit more, like that. And you're going to put your hands on the ground, and you're going to roll and stand up. And you can either roll and stand straight up or go straight into another straddle forward roll. But I'm going to do straddle forward roll and stand straight up. So we're going to have our legs apart. We're going to put our hands on the ground. We're going to roll and stand straight up. We're going to do that 4 more times. So, legs apart. Put your hands on the ground. And stand straight up. Don't forget to put your hands straight up when you come out of any type of acro move. Legs apart. Hands down. Stand straight up. And also with the straddle forward roll, try your best not to push up with your hands when you stand up off the ground. Try and not use your hands. And you can keep practicing and keep going as far down as you want. And last time. Legs apart. Hands down. And stand straight up. Awesome. Awesome. The last thing we're going to do in the middle of the floor is going to be our teddy bears and our headstands. So to start out with our teddy bears, we are going to have our hands flat on the ground, and then we're going to put our head on the ground, and we're going to straighten our legs, and we're just going to hold it there for a second. So hands flat, head on the ground, and straighten your legs, and hold it. And then we're going to come down. And we're going to go up into that one more time. Put your hands flat on the ground. Put your head on the ground. And straighten your legs. And come down. And next, when we go into it, we are going to bend our leg into our elbow. And we're going to do that about 3 times. So, put your hands flat on the ground, put your head on the ground, straighten your legs, and then you're going to bring your knee into your elbow, and then we're going to bring it back out, and then bring it in, and then out, and then in one more time, and then down. Alright, next we're going to bring our left leg, or your opposite leg, into your elbow. So, hands flat on the ground. You're going to put your head on the ground. We're going to straighten your legs. And then we're going to bring your knee in, and then out. And then in, and then out. And then in one more time, and come down. And now this time we're going to go into our teddy bear, and we're going to try and hold it as long as we can. Alright, so put your hands flat on the ground again, and you're going to put your head on the ground, and you're going to bring one leg in, and then you're going to bring the second leg in, and you're going to try and hold it. Alright, so flat hands, head on the ground, straighten your legs, and then bring your leg in, and then bring your other leg in. Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm going to try that one more time. Okay. Okay. So next, we're going to go into our teddy bear, and we're going to straighten our legs, and then bring our knees in, and we're going to try and hold it as long as we can. So, flat hands, put your head on the ground, and you might want to move your hands a little further back so that you're not falling or your neck isn't bending. You also want to make sure that your neck you don't roll on your head like you do with a forward roll. You want to make sure that your neck and your head stays in the same position so that you're not rolling all over the place. So, you might want to bring your hands back a little bit, and then put your head on the ground. And then you're going to go up, and you're going to bend one leg in, and then bend the other leg in, and hold it. And then you're going to come down. Alright. And we're going to do teddy bear one more time. But then we are going to try and straighten our legs into our headstand. Alright. So hands flat on the ground. And scooch them back a little bit if you want to, so that you don't fall. Put your head flat on the ground. Straighten your legs. Bring one knee in. Bring the other knee in. And then straighten your legs. And then come down. And that is a little bit harder, so you can practice holding your teddy bear before you practice your headstand. So one last thing before this class is over. We are going to hold our splits together, and you want to hold your split for at least 30 seconds. At least 30 seconds, so that you get a full stretch, but you can hold it longer, of course. So we're going to get into our right split, and we're going to hold it. also want to make sure that your hips are square and so that you're not rolling over the place or rolling this way and your legs are bent. I want to make sure that they're straight. And if you want to, also, you can hold your hands above your head, right here, or you can lean over like this, or you can bend your back leg and grab your foot. Either one you want to do. All right. And now we're going to do our left split. And we're also going to hold this for at least 30 seconds. Try and hold it with me the whole time. Also, you can have your hands up, or you can lay down, or you can bend your back knee. But you want to make sure that your hips are square and they're straight. Alright, and that is all I have for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed this class. I don't know how to end this. What?